available to be able to look up and study, because I think YouTube has opened up what the schools haven't been able to provide. And if we'd have had financial lessons at school, I'd have been hands up to go to it, because I've always liked earning money. I've always liked, finding ways of making it. But school teaches you to go out and find a job to earn money, but it doesn't teach you what to do with that once you've got it. And I think that's where YouTube has certainly jumped in. And the whole reason we started the YouTube was because we were on a skiing trip, and we noticed the ski in France up on the wall there. And we were in a chalet, and I have told the story a few times, but we were around a table. There was 4 youngsters, and I say youngsters, 18, 19-year-olds, maybe a little bit older than that. And for 2 hours after dinner, all they talked about or asked questions about was business and finance. And I didn't know where the time had gone. I spoke to my son afterwards. He said, look, that was 2 hours. They were interested in what you had to say. I said, well, aren't they teaching this? And they went, no. So, I think you get to a certain stage in business where you think this is all common sense, common knowledge. Everyone knows this, but actually it's the opposite. They don't. And, they're eager to listen and to learn and to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So you have this conversation, as you're installing the staircase. What happens next in your life?
Well, I left work, started the business, and we're starting a business as well. Again, a lot of people turn off on YouTube when you start talking business because they think it's all complicated and difficult and hard, whereas actual fact it's the complete opposite. Most people I find when I talk to them think they have to know everything about business. They've got to go to business school or do business studies or go to university to study it, and they're the people that go into business. Whereas the reality is we're all winging it. I mean, to a certain degree, I would say you've probably done the same with
100%.
this business.
Every single day is just trying to make shit up as we go along.
And you learn the lessons as you go on. And those lessons sometimes are hard learned. They cost you some money, but sometimes they make you a lot of money. But whatever way it is, it's a lesson, and you don't forget it because you've learned it yourself. It's not someone else telling you that lesson. You've learned it and you move on from that. And it's a great way to be. I think the advantage youngsters have now, which they don't really see, is everything's a possibility now. When I was at school, it was, what are you going to be?